So it's been a week since we spoke about Elphaba, and well, safe to say, the nuclear button has been pressed. Not only has she been banned from live again, but this has caused an entire fallout, including kicking, screaming, scratch and sniffing, with a massive amount of secondhand embarrassment. And why did this all happen, you might be asking? Well, probably to do with bad hygiene, with a little dash of spreading the plague. And also she seems to have changed her name, so we got a lot to cover in this, as it seems there's more layers to this than a Wembley lasagna. So hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. I'm Jake Baz, and we cover the weird and wonderful of the internet. I'll let you guess on whether Elphaba's weird or wonderful. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about patient zero, Elphaba, as she seems to have had a lot that's happened to her. So before I cover her ban and the silly little outbursts, I probably should give you the context around this, as this comes off the back of my previous video that I did where she visited an LGBT event, which by visited, I mean she pretended to invent it and tried to sabotage it, all for a little sick ego. And it seems from the fallout of this, she's got something that you can only really get from clarting. Also, if you want to see more of this specimen, please do hit the like button and subscribe. I'd love to see you back. So this entire fallout seemed to have happened because she has contracted something called scabies. And essentially what scabies is where you have little microscopic mites that bite into your skin and suckle on your flesh. Quite a nasty thing to have. You're meant to kind of quarantine away from people for it. And the most common way to get this is from piggybacking someone, if you know what I mean. So obviously with this entire thing, she feels very fine and sane to put this on the internet for everyone to see.
What do I have? I have scabies, which is microscopic bugs that burrow under your skin and just bite you. And they can be passed from fabric, like if you sit on a tube, right? They'll pass on to you as well.
It's worth noting here that yes, it can be passed through stuff like this, but that's only when someone has been having it for a long time. So basically, what she's essentially saying is she's met someone who is a total scab, a total unhygienic scab that has passed it onto her either through chance or more than likely through a little bit of piggybacking.
This is a bug infestation, so when I put something to kill it on, it kills them. They can't jump, they can't move. And this is the cream.
Find it a little bit weird to gas up the fact that you've got some cream to sort out these little microscopic mites from saving everyone else. And it only puts a little bit worse of a look on her because, I mean, let's be honest, she doesn't look like the cleanliest person in the world. I don't think I need to tell you that though, do I? And you know how I said it's hard for you to actually contract it unless you're doing something that's seen in like a 50 Shades of Grey film. It only really happens when you're at like the late stage for it. And that other woman on TikTok that's, she is the definition of a scab, CLA, has also seemed to have contracted it after Elphaba visited her house. So that's a double whammy. That's even better. If you've got it, you might as well just spread it around. So to me, like, gassing up the fact you've got some cream for your skin is weird enough. The fact you got scabies is a bit sad, and I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for your skin. It's clearly already going through a lot. But I'm only showing you one excerpt to this. She has gone on multiple lives and done the exact same thing, just constantly mentioning the fact she's got it. And I mean, unless she actually didn't show us what her skin looks like because it looks terrible, I wouldn't believe her. But it's one of those things that's like so embarrassing that you don't mention it to anyone, yet alone put it on a platform for everyone to see, thousands of people on a live, and also mention it in multiple live streams. This is like clout chasing to new heights. I've never seen anyone go this far. But yeah, obviously the entire world roasted her, and the perfect example that I found for this is Tyrone, who's another massive TikTok creator. He did a boxing event a couple of weeks ago. Seems like a really nice guy actually, and I've never really seen him absolutely violate someone, but Elphaba definitely got it given to her.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's fair, bruv, if someone knew they got scabies and bed bugs and then went to your yard. I'd rather you punch me in the face. Yeah, I'd literally rather you rob my yard.
It's not scabies, it's scabies, but
obviously the TikTok community, they are not the most learned, they're not the smartest tools in this shed, so maybe they do get a couple of words wrong, but that doesn't fucking matter. And Elphaba trying to absolutely school him about this fact when, yeah, I'd rather you smack me in the face. That's the thing, did she actually know about it?
Go to my yard and rob my yard and give me this. What do they call it? Is it like a biological warfare sort of thing? This is.
Oh my fucking god, people actually think I knew I had it when I went to Chelsea's.
What is it?
Biological warfare sort of thing. This is not just biological warfare, this is like full-on assault. He's so right to point out the fact that, well, why are you doing anything with anyone if you have this condition? And like we said, if CLA has got it, that means that she's had it for a while. So she surely must have known there was something wrong going there. Unless she's that allergic to a shower that she just itches and scratches all day.
Does Alpha still want to go live with us, chat? Because I just don't want to get shouted at. I'm scared, okay? I don't want to get shouted at if that's what the case is, please. Because all we're doing is just reacting, okay?
I ain't gonna shout at you, I'm just telling you what facts are.
Reacting.
To me, that's quite out of character. I'm not going to shout at you. But, well, you've never done that before. That's weird. So, yeah, obviously, this is like the top form of TikTok reactions where she'll look at her phone and stare down whilst listening to it on a TikTok live, and everyone's going to be engaged and excited. So Elphaba around this entire thing, I just think she doesn't have a clue what's going on. She must just live in like a pure ADHD trance of going forward, which, by the way, I have it, I can say it. She never really seems to take a step back and think about what she's doing. It really annoys me, the fact that she doesn't like sort your head out, like, come on. And yeah, just bringing up to everyone the fact that you have this and sort of flexing about the entire situation is just weird. But because of this, she has to be in a quarantine, an essential quarantine for a week, where she's not allowed to go near anyone, while she uses this cream that she's always flexing about to kill all the little mites burrowing in her skin. Oh, it's so grim, innit? So yeah, that's how this entire thing started to transpire, this entire fallout, and it only gets worse from here. So yeah, Tyrone's one example of me showing you what the kind of fallout was, but trust me, there's a lot more of people just absolutely roasting her. And some people are so horrible on TikTok. Like, I feel like I kind of make a light-hearted thing about it, but loads of people are just absolute arseholes to her. And you've got to think, like, when does it become bullying? No matter how much of a twat she is, come on, let's have a bit of fun. So then, yeah, this goes downhill. But before I show you that, last week I covered the fact that her landlord posted something on TikTok, which was like the items she left behind when she left her house and moved out. And it included certain skiddy boxes, so to say. There were tyre marks on boxes that had been left behind. And well, I said I thought that this was too embarrassing to not be planted, and she's actually come out and just straight up admitted it. Honestly, you could never get this information out of me.
Skiddy boxes, yeah. I bet you fucking shut your pants one day. Make fun of my condition all you want, darling. Do you know what? I couldn't give a rat's fucking ass if you've seen skiddy boxes from my fucking landlord, because do you know what? That was an accident. And do you know what? I couldn't give a flying fucking shit. If you want to fucking pick on me for my IBS, you can fuck off, you absolute fucking cunts. Because do you know what? You probably shat your boxes one day, or shat your fucking nappy one day.
Oh, Elphaba, you have a way with words which are just amazing. But yeah, you could blame the fact that you've shat yourself on the fact that you've got IBS. That is correct. You can do that. And people will take your word for it, because I'm not going to ask you for proof that you got IBS, and definitely don't fucking show me it. But that's not the entire point around the situation. The entire point is you've shat yourself, wiped it on a towel, and then as you were moving out, you've left it there as some sort of like homecoming gift for the next visitors. Everyone has issues with their bowels sometimes. I mean, even I do to a point. But as I was moving out, I'd never left a little gift for the homeowner, and I'd never actually admitted it on a TikTok live that I've done so. Like, oh. It's at this point I'm kind of like in a bit of a trance, because I really want to believe that she's not doing everything for views, but this is like so outrageous that why else would you say it unless you know that you're going to get a TikTok out of it, or someone like me, some sad loser sitting in his room at 7 o'clock at night, to do something like this. But yeah, skiddy boxes in the chat. So all this pressure around the past 7 days of her on TikTok live, I'd absolutely love it for her if she took a day off, but I mean, it's her only source of income, so she has to do it. Well, no, she doesn't have to do it, but she's got to do it anyway, isn't she? But it must have like entirely just enraged her to a point where she actually started going off on people on TikTok live.
It's not the fucking coronavirus. Scabies cannot fucking kill you. Scabies is a very unpleasant thing to have. And no, there was no one pregnant near me, okay? No one was pregnant near me. I said to the people beside me, I am recovering from scabies. I have the cream on, I'm sat on the seat, can I sit? And they're like, fine, that's fine.
She definitely didn't go on a tube and say that she had scabies to someone and then sit down. And the pregnant thing that she's on about, that just means that basically it's really bad if you're pregnant. So she's gonna spread it. She's gonna spread it to like every cushion, but as long as you're not in the vicinity of someone who's pregnant, it's fine, innit? She seriously does not think about anything she's saying. It's just, it's a blurb.
So I am entitled to go where the fuck I want, thank you very much. Because I will not be sat in a box and be controlled by people and be told what to do like a fucking child.
Well, no, you're not, because you actually got quarantined for this, for the fact that you do have it, so you are not entitled to go wherever you want because you've got this biological hazard crawling on your skin and you need to go somewhere that is away from everyone else. Seems to be Elphaba will just die on any hill. No matter what is going on, she will defend it until she gets overblown.
You're not in the spotlight. I am. And that's the difference. You can pick on me all you want and you can destroy me all you want. Because look what I've fucking done. Yeah? I have thrown my fucking food everywhere.
I don't know what flexing about the fact that, oh, I'm in the spotlight. But yeah, because people are taking the piss out of you because you're doing this stupid stuff over and over and over and over again. But what does that have to do with the fact that you've thrown your food everywhere in a little tantrum? Really is like watching a 4-year-old child just lose their shit on a TikTok live. Just a thought, maybe you could just not destroy anything. Maybe learn how to treat your anger somewhat. No, you're gonna waste all the food that you cannot replace because you can't go downstairs because you've got scabies, and just sit on TikTok live in front of 1,500 people and just complain. Like, why would anyone watch? Why are people watching this? Why are you tuned into this video? But I mean, it's funny. It's objectively funny. To me, Elphaba just doesn't learn from her mistakes at all. She will go through the same thing over and over and over again. Like, I've done 2 videos on Elphaba now, and this is the 3rd one, and every single time they just get more and more spicy because it's like watching someone hit their head on a hammer 100 times and just not flinch. No thoughts about the consequences, just constantly grinding this sort of attention, which is all negative. And maybe she thinks because she's such a repugnant type of person that this is the only way that she's gonna get any form of like income doing this sort of social media stuff. But I think you'll find if you're a bit happy-go-lucky, you might actually get somewhere instead of just being this embarrassment. So this then followed her up to deciding that she wants to take it out on a Pringles can. They are the reason that world hunger and conflicts exist, as well as scabies, so come on.
So I'm going to clean up my Pringles that I've put on the floor. Okay? Thank you.
I feel I need a little bit more of a stern face now because the way that she speaks in this video, it actually scares me. I'm scared of this person. They are genuinely terrifying. Like, the way that they're looking into the camera is like staring right into my soul and sucking me in. I mean, it's either that or I think I might be falling in love.
I'm trying to stay calm from completely losing my mind.
Yeah, I have a little bit of an inkling that you might be losing your mind somewhat. But it's fine. Whenever someone's in that sort of like distress, what they'll do is they'll wake up the next morning and go straight back on TikTok Live. Honestly, just give yourself a day off and you might feel a lot better about it. So this entire embarrassment that you've just seen with your own eyes, it kind of sorts itself out because it turns out that a lot of people must have been reporting her actually, because it turns out that she's been banned. But don't rejoice, it's only for a week. Which kind of shows the terminally onlineness, the fact that she goes on a new account and just starts streaming straight away again.
My live access got removed. Not permanently, but until November 5th for nudity.
So yeah, I don't think she actually got nude on live, but if she did, I definitely don't want to see it. And I'm not looking that up on TikTok because I will definitely get wiped off the face of this earth. It's also nice to see her actually doing some cleaning up for once. I don't think all of you actually appreciate how brilliant this all is. Like I said in my last video, Big Elphaba, like this is a Big Brother clone. We're watching this entire fallout of this person again and again and again, week after week after week. It's the same sort of thing every single time. And you've just got to get to a point where you're like, come on, come on. So for all the scabies stuff and all the fallout of that, that's all we have. But she also did come on TikTok Live just yesterday. And she decided that she's going to change her name.
Because this is my identity I'm choosing. I don't want to be copying like a witch. Do you get me?
You're telling me that naming yourself after a character that is a witch that is green is a bad idea? I was just going to change my name to Jake Hellboy Baz, but you've changed my mind. And I mean, she's deep in this a little bit, and I think she's deep in it for the attention. No one really cares what you're called, but call yourself anything. Nobody's bothered. It's just the fact that you're a horrible person. Also, please, just for the sake of everything, can we just piss off with the transphobic stuff on here? I see so many of these videos on TikTok that are talking about his. She is a woman. She wants to be a woman. And although she has lied on multiple occasions about loads of things like autism, Tourette's, so forth, she has not actually lied about this, really, if you think about it. Unless she's putting up this entire sham, and she's been for multiple years, all through her school years, apparently. She has always identified as a woman, so why do people come on TikTok, for example, and post videos of like his? Like, why? We've seen that Elphaba's unable to keep up with these gimmicks like the Tourette's, so the fact that she's been like this the entire way through, why would you think any different? Just let the person be called what they want to be, because if you are a transphobic person, they're going to latch on to ideas like this and make it more normalised, and obviously we don't want that. But yeah, the funniest thing about this entire thing is that she's changing her name from Elphaba Orion Doherty to Orion Doherty. So you're doing nothing. Your name has always been Elphaba Orion Doherty, so you're definitely going to change it back as well. The second that on TikTok you change your name to Orion Doherty, you'll see the amount of views will drop in half and you'll panic and you'll still be Elphaba, but that's probably the marketing ploy she's got. So yeah, once again, we've had another brilliant Elphaba update. Have my opinions of Elphaba changed throughout the entirety of this? Obviously not. She's still a scab. This person just needs to improve on everything in their life. To put pregnant women in danger, as well as just put the public in danger of this literal biohazard, is so selfish. And to go and gas about it on your TikTok live for attention, it's so demeaning. It's not right at all. I think she really needs to grow a pair and think about her actions, but she doesn't seem like she's ever going to be able to do that. She might not want to ever be able to do that. It's just the person she is, maybe. But what do you think about her? If you enjoyed, hit the like button and subscribe. I'd love to see you back, like I said. And yeah, next week, more Elphaba. Take care.